Welcome to Ancient Wisdom. Today, we will explore a profound truth about your own mind and how to finally control it entirely. Have you ever felt like an invisible force is steering your daily choices, pulling you away from your most important life goals? The surprising truth is that your brain was never designed to make you happy or successful in this modern, fast-paced world. Instead, its primary function is merely survival, keeping you safe using ancient mechanisms developed thousands of years ago in the dangerous wild. This survival instinct constantly scans the environment for potential threats, making us naturally prone to anxiety and endless cycles of negative overthinking. We are essentially operating advanced modern lives using outdated biological software that prioritizes immediate safety over long-term fulfillment and genuine happiness. To truly understand this internal struggle, we must recognize that there is a massive unseen conflict happening right now inside your head. You're dealing with two completely different minds operating simultaneously, constantly fighting each other for ultimate dominance over your daily human actions. First, we have the primitive brain, an ancient survival system that reacts instantly to fear and desperately seeks quick bursts of pleasure. This primitive mind is the exact reason why you mindlessly scroll through social media instead of working on your highly important projects. It constantly chases cheap dopamine hits because in the ancient world, quick rewards meant a higher chance of immediate physical human survival. Furthermore, this older part of your brain is expertly designed to avoid pain and discomfort at all costs, promoting extreme daily laziness. Whenever you feel the sudden urge to procrastinate, it is just your primitive brain trying to conserve energy for fake imaginary dangers. Opposing this ancient system is your conscious brain, the logical and rational part of you that sets ambitious goals and strategic plans. Your conscious mind envisions a bright future, understands complex strategies, and deeply desires profound personal growth and lasting long-term life success. However, there is a major flaw with the conscious mind. It operates very slowly and becomes exhausted incredibly quickly under daily stress. When you are tired after a long day of making decisions, your conscious mind powers down, leaving the primitive mind completely unchecked. This is exactly why late-night hours are filled with poor dietary choices, endless scrolling, and a complete lack of personal discipline. In today's digital age, this biological vulnerability is being heavily exploited by massive technology companies and incredibly sophisticated social media tracking algorithms. Your attention is currently the most valuable asset in the world, and countless software engineers are working tirelessly to steal it away. Every single notification, every red badge, and every infinite feed is meticulously designed to trigger that primitive dopamine response deep within you. They are hijacking your ancient survival mechanisms, keeping your eyes glued to the glowing screen while your actual real life quietly passes. To break free from this digital prison, you must first understand how your mind actually constructs your daily emotions and personal feelings. External events do not inherently create your emotional state. Rather, it is your mind's subjective interpretation of those events that truly matters. If you fail a test, the event itself is neutral, but your mind's story about being a total failure creates the depression. By changing the internal narrative, you can literally alter your chemical emotional response and regain complete control over your current physical reality. The first practical step to reclaiming your mind is cultivating deep awareness through consistent daily observation of your own fleeting random thoughts. Imagine your mind as a busy highway, and your thoughts are simply cars passing by while you sit safely on the grass. You do not need to chase every single car or jump into the busy traffic. You can simply watch them pass peacefully. When a negative thought arises, acknowledge its presence without judgment and gently let it drift away like a small cloud in sky. This simple act of detachment prevents your primitive brain from triggering an unnecessary stress response and keeps your conscious mind highly active. The second crucial step involves establishing strict morning discipline to protect your brain's delicate dopamine baseline right after you naturally wake up. You must absolutely avoid looking at your smartphone for the first 60 minutes after opening your eyes in the early peaceful morning. Checking messages immediately floods your brain with cheap dopamine, setting a terrible precedent of digital distraction for the rest of your day. Instead, use this sacred morning time to read, meditate, or simply plan your day using your logical and extremely powerful conscious mind. The third fundamental practice is actively verifying your thoughts before accepting them as your actual daily reality. When your mind tells you that you are not good enough, pause and demand concrete evidence for that harsh internal mental criticism. You will quickly discover that most of your limiting beliefs are just irrational fears generated by an overprotective, ancient biological survival system. Taking back control requires immense patience and relentless consistency, as you are literally rewiring neural pathways that have existed for many decades. Every time you choose to focus instead of scroll, you are strengthening your conscious brain and weakening those primal, highly impulsive urges. True mental mastery means recognizing that you are not your thoughts. You are the silent observer watching those thoughts come and go. This profound separation creates a powerful space between stimulus and response, allowing you to choose your actions with clear, highly deliberate intention.
Think about the greatest philosophers and thinkers of ancient times. They understood this internal battle long before modern brain neuroscience even existed. They practiced stoicism and mindfulness to tame the wild horses of their primitive desires and steer their lives toward much higher virtues. Today, our daily distractions are digital, but the fundamental human challenge remains exactly the same as it was many thousands years ago. Will you allow your primal animal instincts to dictate your destiny, or will you awaken your conscious logical mind to lead the journey? It is absolutely essential to forgive yourself when you occasionally fail, because your primitive brain is incredibly strong and deeply rooted inside. Falling back into old bad habits is a natural part of the learning process, not a permanent defeat or a moral failure. Simply notice the accidental slip, take a deep breath, and gently guide your focus back to the present moment without any harshness. Another powerful daily technique is labeling your emotions. When you feel anxious, simply say to yourself that you are experiencing anxiety now. This simple act of labeling moves the brain activity from the emotional center directly into the logical, rational prefrontal cortex brain area. Suddenly, the overwhelming wave of fear loses its terrifying emotional grip, and you can approach the situation with a calm, balanced perspective. Always remember that your mind is like a garden. Whatever seeds of thought you consistently water will eventually grow into your reality. If you constantly feed your mind with fear, outrage, and negativity from the news, your daily world will appear dark and dangerous. But if you intentionally consume wisdom, positivity, and inspiring knowledge, your mind will naturally seek out opportunities and beautiful, highly meaningful connections. You must become the strict gatekeeper of your own mind, fiercely protecting it from toxic information and useless, energy-draining digital noise. Surround yourself with environments that naturally encourage your conscious brain to thrive, rather than places that constantly trigger your basic primitive impulses. Keep your mobile phone in another room while working, creating a physical barrier that makes mindless scrolling incredibly difficult and highly inconvenient. By designing your daily environment intelligently, you reduce the sheer amount of willpower needed to make good choices throughout your busy day. Willpower is a finite mental resource that depletes quickly, so relying on a smart physical environment is far more effective than discipline. As you continue this lifelong journey of mental mastery, you will begin to notice a profound sense of inner peace and clarity. The constant noisy chatter in your head will gradually quiet down, replaced by a deep, grounded presence that radiates quiet, unshakable confidence. You will no longer be a helpless passenger in the vehicle of your life, driven around by random impulses and algorithmic manipulation. Instead, you will firmly grasp the steering wheel, navigating through challenges with grace, purpose, and an incredibly sharp, highly focused human mind. It is finally time to stop letting society and modern technology dictate how you feel, how you think, and how you spend. Reclaim your sacred attention, because where your true attention goes, your vital energy flows, and ultimately, your entire life reality is created. Start today with just one single small step. Observe your next thought without getting completely lost in its compelling, emotionally charged narrative. Embrace the beautiful, silent space between your thoughts, for that is where your true self resides, free from all primal human fears. The long path to self-mastery is challenging, but the ultimate final reward is a life of genuine freedom and lasting joy. You possess an incredible hidden inner strength, a conscious glowing light that can easily pierce through the darkest clouds of primitive anxieties. Trust in your innate ability to change, grow, and evolve beyond the basic biological programming that has held human beings back forever. The ancient, profound wisdom we share here is designed to awaken that dormant power within you and guide you toward ultimate liberation. We truly hope this journey into the depths of your own mind has inspired you to take immediate action and regain control. Thank you for dedicating your precious time and valuable attention to learning these timeless truths about human psychology and ultimate personal empowerment. Stay mindful, stay incredibly strong, and always remember to lead your life with clear purpose. Thank you for watching Ancient Wisdom today.